What is up, guys? My name is Nick, and man, I need you guys to watch the next few minutes of gameplay in the background. And this is like the real reason why I always tell you guys you need to run Scavenger in multiplayer. It doesn't matter what type of gun you're using, you need to have it on, and you guys are gonna see why. I don't run out of bullets or anything and stuff like that. I did end up picking the gun up, so I wasn't like in a 1v1 situation where I had to pull out a knife, but you guys are gonna see I died so close to my nuke, and it really bothered me, and it still bothers me to this point right now, because dude, oh my god, if only I had my Scavenger on and stuff, it would have been a lot easier. But whatever, guys, man, we're talking about the AK-47 today, a very underrated gun, a gun that, like, dude, if you're using it, you know the power this gun holds, but if you're not using it because you're scared of the recoil or whatever it is on this gun, you're really missing out, honestly, on a very good gun. So guys, check it out. We got an insane AK-47 class for you guys today, and I'm also going to give you guys a class afterwards for longer range. If you could drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel with those notifications turned on, we're so close to 650k, that would be amazing. Now guys, quickly before we get into this one, let me know what your highest gun streak in the game is, whether it's 5, 10, 30, 100. Let me know down in the comments below, and let's get into the class setup. So the first class I want to share with you guys is the one I'm using in the gameplay in the background. You guys can see it. It's built more for close to medium range, but because it is an assault rifle, it still does some dirty work at long range. So guys, the first thing you want to run is the perks. Now, I was running EOD. And normally I run EOD in Search and Destroy, not in Respawn, and this really killed my vibe that game. So EOD is great because you take less explosive damage, but you'll want to have Scavenger on. You want to throw Scavenger on to this class if you're playing Respawn. If you're playing Search and Destroy, EOD is fun, but I messed up. Next off, you definitely want to have Ghost, so you're not like seen on the radar, heartbeat sensors, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, it hides you from that. And then perk 3, I like to have tune-up on so I could get my field upgrade 40% faster. And then my friend told me, yo Nick, why don't you use that field upgrade that you could actually use 2 of them? You could pick one of the 2, and then that way you could always have an ammo crate on, and you could always have your Scavenger or your Dead Silence on at the same time. That Scavenger, I see, I'm so sad about that Scavenger, guys, but whatever, man. Let's get into the attachments. First one you want to run for this class right here, and the reason I like this one is because it is an SMG version, but you do want to make sure you control that recoil a little bit. So the first one I decided to go with was the 8.1-inch compact barrel. This gives you ADS speed, it gives you movement speed, and it just makes you really fast with an assault rifle. Now it is taking away recoil control, something I said that you don't want to lose too much on the AK-47, and you are losing bullet velocity as well, which is why I said this might not be the greatest at long range, but it's still an assault rifle. It still drops people. Next attachment is not going to be a laser. You guys know me, I love my laser attachments, but we got to drop it on this one right here. Next one is also not going to be an optic, because I kind of like the AK-47 iron sight. If you guys like clean iron sights, this one's not bad whatsoever. So we went with the stock, no stock. Like I said, we got to make it an SMG, and this one gives you movement speed and ADS speed, but it takes away some aiming stability and again recoil control, which is what we don't want to be losing on the AK-47, because the AK-47 already has a lot at base, so you don't want to lose more recoil control. But it's all good because we're getting that right back with the underbarrel Merc foregrip. This gives you that recoil control that you just lost, which is something you definitely want to make sure you're having, and it also gives you hipfire accuracy, which is really good on an assault rifle, because their hipfire accuracy isn't as good as SMGs, and since this is an SMG version, you want to make sure you get some of that hipfire accuracy on, and it's pretty nice on the AK-47. You're not missing many bullets. This way you could start shooting before you aim down sights instead of wasting precious seconds in the game where you're probably going to die if you don't have that hipfire accuracy on. So trust me, guys, it's worth it. Now you are losing ADS speed and aim walk and movement speed, but in my opinion, that aim walk and movement speed, I don't mind losing it. Not with a gun that has a lot of recoil. I feel like I need that help with the recoil, so if I'm moving fast, it's just not going to help. So this does actually help it out, even though you lose it, which might sound weird to some of you guys that you're losing it, so why does it help? It actually does. Trust me, I don't know how to explain it, but it does. The next attachment is the 40-round mags. Now what I like about this is that we're only losing ADS and movement speed, but we're gaining extra bullets in our magazine, whereas the 5x45 or 5.45 by 39mm rounds are great because they give you extra fire rate, they give you extra recoil control, which is something we could definitely use. I just didn't feel like it was worth running on this class because you lose damage and you lose range. You're not losing just damage range, you're actually losing damage with these bullets right here. So I said, you know what, the fire rate is faster, it probably does make it a little better and stuff, but you only have 30 rounds in the mag, you're shooting faster, you're gonna run out of bullets, you're gonna get into some situations where you need to reload that gun, and it's not gonna be worth having whatsoever. And the last attachment for this one right here is the rear grip stippled grip tape. Now what I like about this is that you're getting that ADS speed, but you're also getting sprint to fire speed, which is super needed on an assault rifle. You definitely want to have sprint to fire speed, especially if you're making it into an SMG. Without this attachment, it just won't feel good. So guys, trust me, you saw the gameplay. I died, I think, on a 23 or something like that, because I had to use the other dude's MP7, and since then, like, once that happened, the rest of the game was ruined for me. I also got my Juggernaut stolen from me from like some noob, and dude, the whole game just didn't go my way whatsoever. It was horrible for that. But let's get into the longer range AK-47 class, because a lot of people might not think this is good for Warzone, but it actually does do some nasty work on there, especially considering this gun has a lot of damage to it. You're going to be dropping people, even if they use the M4A1, faster than they could drop you. So trust me, you want to be using this. So this one right here, obviously, if you're playing Warzone, you want to have EOD on. It's really nice. It helps, and especially if people are using RPGs, C4s, all that kind of stuff. Or you could even have double time on if you want. It doesn't really matter. Perk 2 is super important. You want to have Ghost on, so make sure you put this on your second class that you get from your loadout drop. And perk 3, I really like Tracker in Warzone. It does help out a lot, especially if people are trying to run away from you. You just chase those footsteps, and it's nice to actually go and get them. And I don't think Ghost hides you from Tracker, so even if they're using Ghost, actually, let's check. I'm not even sure if Ghost hides you. Undetectable by UAVs, radar drones, and heartbeat sensors. So yeah, you're definitely not going to be able to hide if you're using Ghost from Tracker. So trust me, Tracker is really nice if you're chasing people. So this class right here, we're playing Warzone. You guys already know the first attachment. If you don't, you're not playing Warzone right. I mean, yo, just think about it. It's the muzzle. I'm gonna say it. You guys already know what I'm saying. Monolithic Suppressor. Come on. I'm not saying Tactical Suppressor. That thing is useless. The Monolithic Suppressor gives you that extra damage range, and it gives you sound suppression, which is really nice when playing that game. Well, now you are losing ADS speed and aim walking steadiness, but like I always say, in Warzone, ADS speed isn't that important. You should always have an SMG on in case you get into those close range gunfights. If you're in close range, yeah, ADS is important, but once you get to those further ranges, you could take that extra millisecond to aim down sights. It doesn't make a difference whatsoever. As long as you're accurate, you will be hitting those shots. The barrel is going to be the 23.0 inch RPK barrel. Now, there's two barrels that are 23 inch, and one of them is a little better, and that's the 23 inch Romanian. This one's actually better. It gives you damage range, bullet velocity, recoil control. The accuracy is a little worse, but everything else is better on it. Whereas the RPK, the one that we're using, it gives you damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, but it gives you extra accuracy, all that kind of stuff, extra range, nice amount of range and stuff like that, to be quite honest with you guys. But what I don't like about the Romanian one is that once you throw it on, you can't actually use an underbarrel. It blocks the ability to throw on an underbarrel. So that's why we're using the RPK for this one right here. We don't want to block that underbarrel. We want to be able to run the underbarrel, because we're definitely going to be using the Merc 4 grip. And if you're playing Warzone and you're using an assault rifle, anything like that that has a little extra kick, even the M13, you could still use the Merc 4 grip. It'll just make your gun feel much more like a laser. You'll be able to hit those shots a lot easier. So trust me, definitely have this on your gun right here. Now the ammunition, we're keeping it the exact same as the other class. That's just going to be the 40 round mags. Now we could throw on the 75 round drum mags, but this makes the gun very heavy and very slow, and the ADS is not going to be nice. Like I said, ADS doesn't matter that much, but when you really mess with it and you take off a lot, like the drum mags, it does mess up the gun, and it does make it so much worse. So trust me, have the 40 round mags on this one, and you will be able to still get two people at long distance if you're accurate. That's how nice this weapon is. Now the last weapon on this class, I was gonna say the last attachment on this class, is not gonna be the Stippled grip tape. I love running it, but we gotta switch it out for the rubberized grip tape. This only gives us recoil control, but that's something again that we need for this weapon. It's something that we don't want to lose, especially in Warzone. You don't want to have a gun that has a bunch of kicks. So have the rubberized grip tape on and you'll be good to go. Now, like I said, you should definitely be running an SMG or a shotgun or something that's going to help you guys up close in case people do try and rush you. Don't try to use this gun up close. It has a lot of ADS. I mean, it could work. You could get lucky and it could work, but I highly recommend having like the MP7, maybe the VLK, any type of thing like that. Any of the shotguns really do some damage, especially the ones that shoot fire and whatnot. You'll be smacking people, so trust me, these are good classes. The SMG one is my favorite. I mean, my first game recording with it, I almost dropped a nuke, and then I messed up, and that just, it just ruined the whole entire vibe for the rest of the game. Let me know your highest kill streak down in the comments below, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here with those notifications turned on. We're close to 650, so that's gonna be crazy once we hit it. And make sure to drop a like on this video. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.